Hello, hi everyone. Good evening. It's been a while since I came on TikTok, since I posted anything. But I think the matter of the hour right now, what is happening in the politics in most countries, and I want to talk specifically about my nation of Cameroon. Um, I'm very certain that so many people by now must have caught wind of the news that is going around with regards to our president who has been in power for over 40 years and is over 91 years of age, and who also was poised for going for another 7 years term in office. So just imagine if he is 91 now and he wants to go for another 7 years term of office as a president of the Republic of Cameroon. That means by the time his term will be over, he will be around 98 years. He'll be around 98 years old in power. And as sad as that may be, and because the nation of Cameroon is supposed to be in a democracy, and we're supposed to be a democracy. And in democracy, we do understand that it's liberalism, that power must go around, power must change hands. But to an extent, what is happening in that nation is now most Cameroonians have accepted that, okay, this man is in power and there is nothing that the nation can do. Not that there is nothing, but the people value the peace, the tranquility. People, in as much as people are pained by the activities and by the things, the hardship, how difficult it is in the nation, the joblessness, the lack of opportunities, the constant hike in prices, and the cost of living in general is over the years has become so tough. But the purpose why I came today, I'm making this short video, is to talk about our president, because apparently there are certain media outlets in some Western countries that have started publishing that he has passed on. In as much as some of these media outlets could be credible, but still we cannot confirm this, because we all remember what happened. I think that was in the year 2004. In the year 2004, a similar situation had happened when the president had gone on a foreign trip, and according to the constitution of our country, the president can stay out of the country for a maximum period of 30 days. So if he exceeds 30 days out of the country, now what happens is we have the parliament, we have the Senate, and other government bodies that will come together to activate their certain legislations that are in place in case the president stays out of the country beyond the 30 days mark. And on what happened in 2004 was he had gone out, and I think he had exceeded his stay, and there were rumors. It was rumored that he had passed on just for the nation. Why the whole nation and people were celebrating. It's not that it is a good thing to celebrate when the demise of someone, to celebrate when someone passes on to glory, but for some reason, the nation Cameroon believes that if this man is no longer there, things will be better for that nation. And I don't want to go into the spiritual side of everything as yet, but I just want to keep it on within the confines and limits of the update and what is happening right now. The president, what I was saying, that in 2004, when the nation, because actually people, it is amazing to know that people rejoiced. The nation, people were on the streets, people were celebrating, people were throwing parties, people were drinking and making merry here and there, celebrating that the president had passed on. Only for the nation to be shocked on the 7:30 p.m. news, which usually this news is aired on the national television, which is called the CRTV, the Cameroon Radio and Television. And on the news, there was a breaking news, and it was showing actually the returning of the president back to the country, and everyone, it was a stunt, in other words, which I would say the president pulled out. It was kind of a popularity to see how much the extent of his popularity within the nation and the population. But sadly enough, to his dismay, it was alarming to see how much people rejoiced, including people in his own government. So on the 7:30 p.m. broadcast news, the president showed up, and they broadcasted a section of him coming into the country. And the journalist went up to him, and they interviewed, asking him questions like, the whole nation, it was rumored that you were no more, you had passed on, and the nation was in an uproar. And the president said something which again is the basis of why what we are seeing today, what the news outlets are saying, would, to an extent, most Cameroonians are thinking will consider it to be true. Because the president said on live TV, he said this, that for those who are awaiting his death, his demise, let them wait in 20 more years. So he prophesied his own death, and he was telling the nation when he was going to go. And if from that time, 2004, to where we are today in 2024, it is exactly 24 years, as he had predicted, as he had declared on national television. So, in as much as we pray for him to be in good health, in as much as we pray for him to pass on to glory at his own appointed time, but when we look back at what he had said and what is being happening now, there is only a cause to believe that maybe truly this time what the media outlets are saying could be actually true and could be founded, and that our 91-year-old president, who has ruled the nation for over 42 years since he took power in the year 1984, and to date, almost 42 years now, has finally gone to be with the Lord. Now, the next question is, what will happen? Because we all know that this man ruled the nation with an iron hand, an iron fist. We all knew that he kept so many people in check. He kept so many of his opponents, so many of his enemies under check by the iron hand which he ruled. And inasmuch as many in his own government wanted to take power from him, they couldn't, because this man had created a very powerful and strong network around him that no information got past him. And over the years, he lived to rule the nation up to this date, by not missing out on any information, by foiling different attempts to overthrow his government by those who supposedly were his close associates, and most of whom today are locked up in the maximum security facility which we have in the nation of Cameroon, which is called by the name Condengay. There are so many of his political rivals, some of whom were once his very close allies, who are locked up in there, and some who have passed on due to the conditions which they found themselves in, being locked up in such high maximum security prison facilities. So we're just watching out now to see what will happen, that he is no more, the different factions that are likely to clash and to come up. We just want to pray that there be no chaos in that nation. We commit and dedicate that nation into the hands of God, and that there be a smooth transition. And I will keep a close tab on what is happening, and as the events unfold, I will come back with more updates. Ciao.